Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you read that headline correctly. You see, about 2 days ago, I gave in to a lust, a decadence that a man with celiac disease should never give into. I felt the need to consume some chicken McNuggets. And little did I know what trials and tribulations that would put me through. To put things in perspective, I got hungry, and I thought in my arrogance that a couple chicken McNuggets would not harm me. But considering I have known that I have had celiac disease for about 4 years now, I should have known better. Here's the situation. During a night of intoxication, I ventured to my local McDonald's and purchased the forbidden fruit. I consumed them and didn't remember. But the next morning, upon awakening, I did not feel as good as one should. So me and my husband, we ventured to have breakfast. Now you should know that I almost never eat breakfast because once I have my first meal, I have to evacuate. And I typically don't do that, but this morning it was inevitable. Now, I ingested my food, but shortly afterwards, I had to use the latrine. I was at a restaurant. This was a horrifying situation, because I typically don't do that. But I felt the need. So I went, I used the latrine, and then as I returned to my car, I had to reconnect with the throne I had just spent 10 minutes with in a foreign location. Now, this was terrible, but it subsided over the course of the past 20 minutes. The next 20 minutes. So I go home. And then once I enter my abode, the worst feeling gripped me in my bowels and in my what some would call chocolate starfish. I then ventured on a 7-hour trek through some of the most horrible pain I have ever experienced. I wept, I pondered, and then something happened. As I was sitting on my throne, I felt excruciating pain, and then I heard a sound and felt a sensation for which I will not elaborate on, because those feelings and sounds will be the first thing I hear when I wake up in the morning and the last thing I hear before I fall asleep until my dying days. I'm assured of this. But I will tell you this. Upon standing from my throne, I looked into the bowl. And I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like I sacrificed a chicken over which this image will haunt me forever. It continued throughout the night. I went to sleep that night understanding that there's a possibility with the amount of blood loss that I endured, I may never awake. But luckily, this morning, I awoke without a drop of my DNA other than my excrement in the toilet. And I will tell you, that is one of the most relieving things I've ever experienced. I cannot tell you that my bowels are the same as they were, and I cannot tell you that they will ever fully recover, but I can say this. I have walked away a more enlightened man who will never again be tempted by that fruit of the devil. So, thank you all so much for coming along with me on this journey of my destroyed asshole that will, I'm sure, recover. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.